Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashpika, the channel where we make digital products, making and selling and everything about it. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make a simple meal planner in the Photoshop using some of the cool filters in the Photoshop and its amazing meal planner. There are so many ways in which you can make a one, but this is just one of the method to do it there. And also guys, you could very well grab the digital product bundle planner that will going to help you getting started with selling digital product, and that helped me to making thousands of dollars selling digital product in the last 2 years. The link is in description box below. It's a PDF download, you can grab it. It's a workbook. So without further ado, let's get started with that. Before go park the click the like button guys, I do really appreciate that. If you want more such video future, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. If you are a creative person looking forward to make money online, then I have another channel where I talk a lot about making money online as a creative person, as an artist. The link is in description box below. Let's dive in with today's tutorial. Hopefully it will going to help you. Let's do it. Okay guys, currently we are in the Photoshop, so I'm gonna pick up a new white canvas. So I'm gonna go over to the file, click over to the new. We're gonna take it as a 6 by 9 inches. You can take whatever file size format that you want for digital products. RGB color mode. I'm gonna keep the background content as transparent because I'm gonna be using some filters and layers option over here. So we're gonna proceed further. I'm gonna be using a gradient tool in the Photoshop. You can pick up any tool that you would like to prefer. It depends on you. Okay, so I'm gonna be using this particular filter which I'm gonna be using this particular gradient which I created. Then I'm gonna be using auto tone option. I'm gonna be using different filters over here. I'm gonna be using different gradients over here, and we're going to create a kind of like a background that I want exactly for my meal planner. It entirely depends on you. You could import some graphics, or you could do a lot of the stuffs over here using the shape tools, brush tools, or anything over here. Photoshop has a lot of the tools that you could use for creating any kind of product or design. So I'm just gonna be keep on using until I'm satisfied with the kind of a background that I exactly want for my meal planner. So now I'm gonna be using a filter option, and I'm gonna be using a liquify filter. So now I'm gonna be using a liquify filter option over here, and then I'm gonna be adjusting the different things that you're gonna see on the right hand side. Then I'm gonna be simply dragging up over here like you're seeing right now, and we're going to create a kind of like a background for my meal planner. You could repeat the same process if you want the exact results. Then simply click OK. You're gonna get this kind of a background, and then you can proceed with meal planner, or you could do your own variation of your design. It entirely depends on you. Now we're gonna proceed further, and we're gonna use some of the shape tools. You could very well add a different stuffs over here, use a different tools or gradients or patterns and textures to create a one. So I'm gonna be using a rectangular tool over here. That's a rectangular shape tool. I'm gonna be dragging it over here for my heading for my meal planner. So the color right now, it's kind of like a showing green. You could change the color, and you could choose the color that you want for your meal planner, depending on what kind of audience you're targeting, and keeping the color theme and branding and concept and all that stuff in mind. Now I'm going to be using a text tool for the heading, and I'll choose in the font. I'm going to choose the size, and then you can very well choose the text color as well, and you can type whatever you want to type. I'm gonna simply type over here the meal planner. Now you could see it's not at all visible right now because it's going outside the box, so I have to readjust them, and I have to correct the spelling mistake. And it's kind of like a meal planner. You could see it's a green color, so I think I'm gonna change the font as well, and I'm gonna change the color as well because I don't like it. So I'm gonna change the color. You could choose the color whatever you want to choose it. So I'm gonna choose it something different over here because the pink was a little bit darker, so I think I'm gonna preferably have a little bit lighter color so that it's kind of like a visible. This one is a little bit lighter, but then again it depends on you. But I'm gonna be realigning this particular meal planner. We're gonna change its color a bit more. I'm gonna choose a different shade of the green over here so that it's clearly visible. Keep on doing the changes until you're satisfied with that. I'm gonna increase its size because it was very small, so I want a bigger size, and that's what I have done over here. Increase the size. I'm gonna realign the text. That's the heading for my meal planner. That's the meal planner itself. And you could change the font if you think you are not happy or satisfied with the font, or you can do a different stuff. Now I'm going to be bringing some boxes over here for my subheadings that I want for my meal planner. You can do your own variations over here. So I'm having this one bigger box. Now I think its color is darker or something different. I want to change the color of this box, so I'm gonna choose the opacity. On the right hand side of the panel, on the layers, you can select the individual layers, and then you can change the opacity, whether you want transparent or opaque, or how much the percentage you can do that. So I've actually selected the opacity. Now I'm happy the way it's actually looking over here. Now I'm gonna be changing its color a bit. I'm gonna changing and choosing a different color. So I'm kind of like changing a green and pink color over here. So I'm actually changed the pink color for my subhead. Now I'm gonna be choosing a different font because that was the font that I used for the heading, and for the subheading I want a different font. I want a smaller in the size, and that fits perfectly with the subheading. So that's why I'm choosing a different font over here. You could keep the font same, or it entirely depends on you what do you want the end result for your meal planner. Okay, so I'm gonna choose a different font over here, and I've chosen the font, and I'm gonna proceed for. So I'm gonna be typing over here as my first subheading. Now it's kind of like not clearly visible over here. It's kind of like a hidden. You could see it's not clearly visible. So I'll just gonna select this layer and bring it over here. It's kind of like a breakfast. That is the first subheading I having. The breakfast, I'm kind of like having a meal planner, so it would be breakfast, then the lunch, then the dinner, or the last meal, or something like that. You could obviously write your own variation of the subheading over here. It entirely depends on you. I'm going to change its color because the color is not at all visible. So I'm going to keep it as a little bit darker so that it's visible from that box. Now I'm going to be writing the second subheading over here. Now the second subheading would be the lunch. I'm writing over here the lunch. Third would be the kind of like a dinner, or you could write your own. Okay guys, I've already covered. Now I'm going to be realigning them by selecting the individual text layers on the right hand side panel on the Photoshop, where you're going to see all the layers. You can select the individual layer and you can realign them to their respective position. So the third subheading is obviously I have written down the dinner, which I've already covered before. So you could rearrange and realign these text layers and these subheadings the way you want the gap in between them. It entirely depends on you. Okay, now the another heading I'm writing over here is the water intake, because along with the meal, the water intake is also crucial for your meal planner. That's what I'm writing over here, a meal water intake. Okay, then we're gonna proceed with the fifth subheading that we're gonna write over here after the water intake is the rest of the meals you could write, or the last meal, or other meals, whatever you can write as the last one. I'm writing over here the other meals. Okay, you can write whatever you want to write. It entirely depends on you. Okay, so I'm gonna be realigning this particular text layer to the respective position. I'm gonna be selecting individual text layer on the right hand side panel of the filters, and we're gonna realign them on the canvas. So I'm gonna quickly realign all the text layers that you're seeing right now by selecting the individual text layer on the right hand side panel of the Photoshop, where you're gonna see all of the layers that you have created. So I'm going to be selecting them, arranging them, realigning them on my canvas so they are looking properly on the canvas. It entirely depends on you how you want the end result of your meal planner, but until you're done with that and you're satisfied with the end result, you can quickly go proceed further to save your meal planner. So I'm gonna save it because I think I'm satisfied the way it's actually looking right now. So I'm gonna go over to the file option. We're gonna click over to the save, and I'm gonna save it as JPEG. You can save it as a PNG, PSDT, whatever file format you want to save in. You can name your meal planner. So I'm gonna name it as a meal planner fluid effect. That was there. I'm gonna keep it as a JPEG file format. You can choose your respective file format. Simply click save, and then your meal planner would be saved, and you're done with a simple meal planner in the Photoshop. Now obviously it's not simple. I've used a fluid filter effect, but still you could do a lot of the stuffs over here. You could make your own version of meal planner. It entirely depends on you. But that's it for this video. Hopefully you find it useful. Hopefully you find this tutorial useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you want more such tutorials? Any video requests are really welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye guys.